Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be taking cuttings of Golden Pothos and sphagnum moss and water to see which will do better with 1 month updates. So let's get started. Before you start propagating, you're going to have to clean out your shears so they're not dirty and you don't transfer any type of dust or anything towards your other plants. Start with some water and squirt a little bit of soap in and mix it up. Then dip your shears in it and let it sit for 30 seconds and try to clean it out. And start by making a 45-degree cut in the middle of 2 nodes, which usually have aerial roots coming out of them. So here I got 2 glasses set up. One is water and the other is moss. And I also split up the pothos cuttings off of camera. They all are 1-node cuttings. So I got 4 of them, and we did get a couple of leafless nodes. So I'm just going to show you how to drop it into a plastic bag and propagate those. Take a Ziploc bag and throw in some moss. And throw in your cuttings. There's no specific order, and this is not a pothos cutting, it's a Monstera Adansonii node. This is what I had in hand, so it's what I used for this. Throw it in, tuck it, and put it in a well-lit area. And back to our leaf cuttings. So we're going to divvy it up and put 2 per cup. And we are going to dip them in cinnamon. I just never done this before, so I'm just going to try it for today. Okay, so I'm going to pause it here and get done with the rest of them. So now that we're done, I'm just going to show you where I'm going to put them. This window gets really strong west-facing sunlight and all of the afternoon sunlight, so it gets about 7 to 8 hours of direct sunlight. And I'll come back to you in a week. Okay, it's been exactly 18 days since I filmed my last update. It's now 9:18 and the last update was 9:11. I know it looks just like the day I stopped, but it's been raining non-stop for the past 7 days, I promise. And now I'm just going to show you how the roots have developed. So I just brought down the 2 cuttings, and let's start with the moss. I really don't recommend taking your cuttings out, but I'm just going to do it for the purpose of this video so you guys can see. I just stuck 2 cuttings in here, and wow. So you can see, they have no growth at all. They do, yeah. This one did shoot out a new leaf right here. Yeah, but no new root growth. Neither did this one too. But it did get this growth right here. So really disappointed with the root growth though, not as great. Just gonna stick it in here for now and tuck it in later. For the water, this one seems to look a little better. And as you can see, I can see that the roots grew a little, and see that growth right there. And there's a new growth point. So overall, I can tell that the water did much better for the first week. So we're gonna continue to see how it's gonna happen in the 3rd week. So I did refresh the water for the first week, and oh no. Yeah. Okay. So these 2 are the sphagnum cuttings, and these 2 are the water cuttings. And just because of how poorly these things performed, I'm just not going to do an update next week. I'll probably come back with you in 3 weeks and tell you how things are then. So I completely forgot to take this update video today, so it's nighttime right now on the 7th day. And I can guarantee you the roots didn't grow at all, but the growth point did shoot out a little more. That one is the picture in the water, and I do not see any roots in the moss, so I'm just not going to show it. I'll be back on the month mark, and I'll check on you in then. This is my 1 month update, but I'm going to do one at the end of this week just to see how things have ended. So, yeah. Okay, so here are the cuttings, and I just thought it was a nice day outside, and I came outside, and all of a sudden, the cloud had hit the sun. And we're gonna start with the moss cuttings, and okay. Wow, these have actually done a lot better. I don't think one of them has, but this one has shot out this huge, I don't know if you can see that, but a huge root and a new growth. So, but this guy hasn't done anything much, has in fact done less in the water. Just gonna tuck this in here for now. And okay, for the water, yeah, I just stuck some silver potho cuttings in here. Okay, good. And for the water, in fact, the water had done much better than one of the sphagnum moss cuttings has. As you could see, the roots have shot out, and I can see the white parts coming out. Just because they haven't done anything so much, I'm going to do an end of this week update too, just before this video ends. Okay, so I'm outside again, and don't mind the noises. There's a lawnmower going, and yeah, let's start with the water first. Okay, so for the water, the roots have grown in really nicely and pretty long. There's multiple spots where the roots had grown in, and pretty good growth point. For this one, it had also done the same, but a pretty small leaf on it. So overall, the water cutting was pretty good. And now for the moss. Okay, so I already took the moss out of the camera because it was so time consuming. I had to go in a little by little so I don't damage any of the roots when I pot it in. So one of them barely did nothing, and all it did was grow a new small leaf, but did not do anything. The water had honestly done it much better. And for the second one, it did grow in one long root that's nice and thick, but there's still one small root and not such a big growth point neither. Okay, so I hope this video helped you determine whether you want to do the sphagnum in the water. I think I'll continue doing the water since I can see where the roots are too. And the roots have grown in pretty nicely in the water. Yes, I am using a soap bowl to pot up my Golden Pothos since I couldn't find any more pots since I wasn't buying too many plants recently, so I couldn't find anything else to pot them into. Here I'm just using regular Sta-green potting mix because I don't use Miracle-Gro since it only fertilizes for 3 months, and Sta-green usually does its trick for about 8 months just in case you forget to. Here I'm just mixing the water and the moss cuttings together. I don't think it'll make such a big difference. They're both rooting nicely. I'm just going to add a little more soil at the top and temper it a little bit and kind of bounce it so then the air pockets can get filled. Okay guys, this is it for this week's video. Thank you for watching. Bye.